Hello guys, I'm gonna show you how I renovated my kitchen in my apartment. I started off by clearing everything out of the way of this pantry. I decided I was going to make a makeshift counter. So I went to my local Home Depot and got a piece of wood that was 4 foot wide by I believe 20 inches, and you can see I was measuring, and right now I'm cutting it to fit to size so that the counter spaces that are parallel to it would fit it perfectly. And I also sanded it down and I added some veneer edging. And the way I secured this wood, this piece of wood, to the counters that are parallel to it is by using brackets that were aluminum or metal. I'm not sure what exactly metal they are, but I know they are metal. I'm not sure if it's aluminum or not, but I did use wood screws to secure it. And now you can see I'm adding veneer edging to just kind of make it look more complete. And if I could do it all over again, what I would do is I would make a butcher block so that I could actually use it and not have to, have a cutting board on top to use it. But it still turned out fine. But, you just have to kind of go with the flow, and that's the fun in, making things your own. I also decided to paint the wall just because the wall, it was so dirty. Um, this apartment, it's really old. I think it's from the 80s, and it did not get updated at all. Like, the paint was there from the last tenant. I don't even think they painted over it. It was just so greasy and bad. And I needed some paint that had a satin finish so I could clean it more easily. And I really love this paint color. I did fill all the holes before I painted everything. And right now, what I'm doing is I'm adding additional shelves on the bottom of the counter space. I had my boyfriend help me lift it a bit. And I decided to actually add two additional shelves, one on the top, right above the cabinets doors, so I could still open them, and then one right below, so I could still open the doors. I just really wanted to maximize my space and my storage, and I thought this would be the smartest way to do it. And right now you can see me finicking with all these wires. I'm actually putting up lights I got from IKEA because I really don't like the harsh white industrial lights in my apartment, especially in my kitchen. It just makes things really hospital like. And you can see right now in this clip the difference that the soft candlelight makes in the space. Lighting is everything, honestly. So you can see I put up my spice rack back up and this piece of art I thrifted. I also got these two wooden shelves from IKEA. I put in my cutting boards in one, and the other is a cookbook from Snoop Dogg. And I did go to Target to get a curtain rod and some baskets. And you guys will see in the next couple clips how I piece all of these together. So these baskets, they're very special because you can actually pull them out and they act like a mini drawer. I got them from Target. They're in the bathroom section if you guys are interested. And this is them installed underneath the cabinet, or I'm sorry, the counter. And they're really useful. I put additional seasoning, potatoes, vegetables. You can honestly use them any which way. If you go to the grocery store, you have plastic bags, you can put the bags in there. You can do so much with those baskets. I decided to just put them underneath. And then I'm actually going to paint that wall to the left where the sink is. And that's what I was saying in this video. I also picked up this bath curtain that I decided to repurpose. I hemmed it so that the curtain tension rod I got could slip through it. I also trimmed it up a bit And the reason I did this was because, one, it looks really beautiful. It gives very French country vibes, but also because it looked really busy. I didn't want people to walk into the kitchen, or just for my eyes, it didn't look pleasant to look at all these different appliances that were kind of cramped together. Open storage could look very beautiful if what you're displaying is aesthetically pleasing. But I'm not displaying anything. I'm just using this space to maximize my storage. So I thought I still want it to look pretty. And anyway, I'm over explaining. I added a curtain underneath my cabinet. You guys should try it. And right here in this clip, what I'm doing is I'm sealing these wooden shelves with polyurethane that is water-based. I got these shelves from IKEA. I'm baking some muffins right now. They look about ready. Let me just check on them. Yeah, they look about done, actually. They're blueberry muffins. Alright guys, so this is the after. You can see the curtain is all trimmed up really nicely, gathered on that curtain tension rod I got. I have a candle lit. It smells amazing. Muffins that have been baked, my cutting boards, my spice rack, my art. And I'm really digging it. I love it. I maximized a lot of storage. You can see down here I have my stand mixer, my rice maker, so many different appliances that can fit, my juicer, an extinguisher, spices, vegetables in these baskets I got from Target. And it's very simple to just move aside a little bit and very easily accessible to everything. And yeah, I just really like it. And then I got some more appliances down here. I can chop vegetables on the counter. And I did finish painting this wall. I went ahead and added the hooks for my strainer, and yeah, everything's like really nicely organized. I just finished doing some dishes. This is my coffee corner where I have my kettle, my coffee pot, my ground coffee down there, sugar, and then this is my measurement cups, my tea cabinet. I also have my baking drawer down here. It has all the flour, sugars, yeast, everything you need. I do have my teaspoons, tablespoons perpendicular to my measuring cups, and this honestly saves me so much time, and it's so convenient. Whenever I'm done with the dishes, I can just hang it up right here on these hooks. And whenever I need to measure anything, all my flour, everything is down here. And yeah, it just makes my life so much easier. It makes it happier to look at all these fun colors, all my teacups that I thrifted that are so beautiful. I love when my kitchen just looks so organized and pretty. I love it, you know? I'm like really happy with everything. If you have a small kitchen, I would highly recommend getting a magnetic strip for your knives. And I added some more hooks for scissors, peelers, potato mashers, a big tray to just organize all my oils, vinegars, honey, you know, everything you can think of. I have my tissue screwed under here. Just anything you can possibly think of to get stuff off of the counter space, do it, you know. For something easy accessible. Like if you want to store something and you want it very accessible, just always put it in a corner and group it together. Like this is so easy to just grab when you need it. And this is how I have my stove kind of set up, like salt and pepper, oil, like all the essentials with cooking. I have my fruit over here in this basket, my toaster oven, spices because you're right next to the stove. And over time, like I've been living in this apartment for 2 years. Over time, I just kind of switched things around to make them make the most sense for me. So I would have my spices nearby so I could flavor whatever meal I'm cooking. You know, my utensils right nearby because it just makes the most sense. My knife's over here because I don't have to drill any holes. It just makes sense. So over time, after you live in your space, you're going to change things around because that's how it'll be. You know, you'll probably be chopping something and be like, oh my god, I need cutting boards on this wall because this wall I can hang stuff on it and I can hang my cutting boards there instead of like shoving it in a cabinet and always having to dig for it every time you need a cutting board. And same thing with the strainer. Like, oh my god, I'm always going to need to put it in my sink, so might as well just hang it above my sink, because duh, that, you know. And then so I have this cabinet I actually got from IKEA. I hung it up here to maximize storage. Also, water is really expensive. I live upstairs, second story, and I'm not trying to lug 5-gallon jugs of water every week. So I get filters and I like to filter my own water. So I just put 2 of them over here. This is the brand Zero Water. It actually has a TDS scanner, a total dissolved liquid sensor, where it'll sense how many individual components or elements are in your water. Lastly, before I let you guys go, I do want to show you this drawer I built for my trash. I didn't eat McDonald's. That wasn't it. That was my boyfriend. Don't judge me. But yeah, I really like it because I can put my step stool here, trash bags, roach spray, because we live in the ghetto. But yeah, I went to Home Depot, got them to cut this. I just measured it. I got this from the wood section, stained it. Handle from Home Depot as well, and I just think it's really beautiful. It turned out really nice, and I put it on a full extension 22-inch drawer slide. I just measured the depth of the cabinet because that's what it was before. It was a cabinet door. This apartment, this kitchen, it just needed some love, and that's what I gave it. I did so many other things that I'm not even going to mention because this video would be so long if I went through every single little detail of the upgrades, the maintenance, what I did different to make this kitchen my home. But I'm really happy with how it turned out.